Hi, my name is Julie. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please subscribe, like, share and ring the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new tutorial. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet this heart-shaped pillow. It is very easy to make and it has also a boho flair. Okay, so to make this pillow, you are going to need category 3 acrylic yarn. So this is a Decor acrylic yarn in red. This is the main color, and in pink, I'm using pink. You are also going to need a 4mm crochet hook. You are going to need a fabric if you want to have a pillow inside of your crocheted pillow. So you are going to need fabric. You are going to need a washable pen so that you can trace what you want to write or just to embellish the pillow. You are also going to need sewing thread and a sewing needle, so to sew the fabric, or you can use a sewing machine if you have one. You are also going to need sharp scissors, and of course you are going to need polyfill. I forgot to mention you are also going to need stitch markers. Okay, so to get started, we are first going to make two of this panel right here. So it is a heart-shaped panel. As you can see, it is worked in the rows. We are going to start down here at the center, at the bottom of the heart, and then we are going to work our way up to the heart peaks or hearts, and then we are going to work around our shape, 3 rounds of single crocheting. Just for reference, my heart is 39 centimeters wide, and it is about, let me see, 37 centimeters height. So if you are working with a thicker yarn, your heart is going to be larger. If you are working with a thinner yarn and a smaller hook, your heart is going to be smaller. Okay, so now go ahead and take your main color and you are going to chain 2, 1 and 2. And now for row 1, we are going to make 3 single crochets into the first chain. So this is row 1, 1, 2 and 3. Now you are going to chain 1. So chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch throughout this pattern. For row 2, we are going to make 1 increase. This means you are going to make 2 single crochets into your first stitch, 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and 1 increase in your last stitch. 1 and 2. Chain 1 and turn your work. Row 3, 1 increase, single crochet in your next 3 stitches, so 1, 2 and 3, and increase in your last 1 and 2 in your last stitch. So at the end of row 3 you are going to have 7 single crochets in total, and basically this is all we need to make until row 26. So I'm going to work a row 4 with you, chain 1 and turn. You are going to have 1 increase, 1 single crochet in your next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and increase in your last. At the end of row 4 you are going to have a total of 9 single crochets. So keep working like this by increasing in the first and into the last stitch until you reach row 26, and at the row 26 you are going to have a total, so overall total of 53 single crochets. So I'm going to work off camera and then meet you back once I've made my row 26. Okay, so 26 rows done. Now you are going to chain 1 and turn your work. For row 27 you will single crochet over your 53 stitches from the previous row. So row 27 you will have 53 single crochets. Row 28 you will start with 1 increase and then single crochet 51 and increase in your last stitch. At the end of row 28 you are going to have 55 single crochets in total. Row 29 you will single crochet over your 55 single crochets. Row 30 you will start with 1 increase, then single crochet in your next 53 stitches and then end up with 1 increase. At the end of row 30 you will have a total of 57 single crochets. For row 31 and row 32 you will single crochet over your 57 single crochets. Row 33 you will start with 1 increase, then single crochet your next 55 single crochets and you will end up with 1 increase. At the end of row 33 you will have a total of 59 single crochets. From row 34 up to row 47 you will single crochet over your 59 single crochets, which means you are going to single crochet a total of 14 rows. Once you've completed your 14 single crochet rows, so crocheting over your 59 stitches, now we are going to start decreasing to create the 2 bumps of the heart. So we are now about right here. So let's move on to row 48. So for row 48 we are going to start with 1 decrease. To make a decrease you are going to go into your very first stitch, pull up a loop, into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and this is your decrease. Now you are going to single crochet over your 55 stitches, and at the end of the row you are going to make 1 decrease, so single crochet 2 together. At the end of row 48 you will have a total of 57 single crochets. For row 49 and row 50 you will single crochet over your 57 single crochets. Row 51, you will start with one decrease, then you will single crochet your next 53 stitches and you will end up your row with one decrease. At the end of the row 51, you will have a total of 55 single crochets. Row 52, you will single crochet over your 55 stitches. Now from row 53, we will split to make 2 heart bumps. I've placed a stitch marker in the middle of my panel, which is stitch 28. Now you will start with one decrease and then single crochet 23 and make one decrease. At the end of the row you will have 25 single crochets. The stitch marker, it's going to stay untouched. Now for row 54, you will single crochet over your 25 stitches. Row 55, you will start with one decrease, then single crochet your next 21 stitches and end this row with one decrease. At the end of the row 55, you will have a total of 23 single crochet. For row 56, single crochet over your 23 stitches. Row 57, you will start with one decrease, then single crochet the next 19 stitches and end your row with one decrease. At the end of the row, you will have a total of 21 single crochets. Row 58, go ahead and single crochet over your 21 stitches. For row 59, we will decrease a thread together. This means you will single crochet 3 stitches together. So go ahead, in your first stitch, pull up a loop, into the next stitch, pull up a loop, in your third stitch, pull up a loop. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all of your 4 loops. And this is a decrease a thread together. Now you will single crochet your next 15 single crochets, and at the end of the row you will also going to make a decrease 3 together, so single crochet 3 stitches together. At the end of row 59 you will have a total of 17 single crochets. For row 60, you will single crochet over your 17 single crochets from the previous row. Row 61, you will decrease a thread together and then you will single crochet over your next 11 stitches and then you will decrease a thread together. At the end of row 61, you will have a total of 13 single crochets. Row 62, you will single crochet over your 13 stitches. For row 63, you will decrease a thread together, Then work over your next 7 stitches and then decrease 3 together. At the end of row 63 you will have a total of 9 single crochets. And your last row, row 64, you will single crochet over your 9 single crochets. Now go ahead and finish off by chaining 1 and cutting your yarn. Pull through, and now you are going to attach your yarn 1 stitch after the stitch marker. So as I said, the stitch marker is just going to stay untouched. So reattach your yarn with a slip stitch and then chain 1, and we are start right away with 1 decrease. So single crochet 2 together, and we are going to mirror on this side the same rows that we've made on the other side. So you are going to repeat rows 53 up to row 64, and once you are at the end of row 64, don't cut your yarn because we are going to single crochet around our heart. Okay, so once you've made both heart bumps, we are going to single crochet around our heart a total of 3 continuous rounds. So for this you are going to need another stitch marker, and now let me show you how to pick up your stitches again. So you have here 9 single crochets on your last row, so you are going to single crochet 9 stitches and mark your first stitch like so, since we are going to work in continuous rounds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now on this side you are going to pick up 64 single crochets, since you have 64 rows in total. Then down here at the bottom of the heart we are going to make 1 single crochet. Then on the other side you will have again 64 single crochets. Up here we are going to have 9 single crochets. Then down here you will have 12 single crochets, since you have 12 decrease rows. Then you are going to pick up 1 stitch right here in the middle where the stitch marker is, and then you are going to go on the other side and make your 12 single crochets, and then you are going to continue single crocheting from here 2 more rounds. Now to make the single crochets in the rows, you know that this one here is row 64, so you are going to make 1 single crochet in there and count your stitches so that you have really the same amount of stitches on both sides and also on both panels. So 1, then you are going to go down here where your decrease is, 2, into the next row, 3, down here, 4, and this is how you are going to continue all the way around. So I'm going to make my 3 rounds of camera and then I'll meet you back. Okay, so 3 rounds done. Now I'm going to slip stitch to my first stitch, chain 1 and cut off. And now we are ready to embellish our heart. So for this I'm going to write down on one panel I'm going to write down my chill pill. So it is imperative to use a washable marker. Okay, so once you write down what you want, we are going to take the pink or your secondary color, make a slip knot, and we are going to make the surface slip stitch. So the working yarn is going to be on the back side of your work. Pull up your loop, your slip knot, and now I'm going to slip stitch like so, following the path that I've made with my marker. So I'm trying to kind of go in each row. I don't want to have I don't want my stitches to turn out too big. And also, every time you are finishing one letter, you are going to cut your yarn. So pull your end through and then pull it back on the wrong side of your work like so, and then you are going to weave this in and start the next letter. So here is how it looks like once it's finished. I've also secured all of my tails on the back side of my work. Now if you want to make a inlay for your pillow, so you are going to need fabric, and I've already cut out my piece of fabric. What I actually made, I laid my fabric flat on the floor, on your working space, on your table, and you are going to put one of your panels and you are going to trace around with your marker all around your panel, and make sure that you leave enough space, since you are going to sew this all around and then put stuffing inside, and you want to kind of have you don't want that the inlay of the pillow is too small, otherwise it's going to move around in your crocheted piece. So I'm going to jump over to my sewing machine and sew this all the way around, and then I'm going to turn this inside out. So this is going to be then the right side of my fabric, and I'm going to stuff firmly this heart with polyfill. And once I have this done, I'll meet you back to show you how to close your pillow and also how to finish off to have a boho look. Okay, so once you've made your inlay, if you are making one, it's time to crochet our panels together. So for this you are going to take the front panel, so you can put this aside for a moment. So take the front panel and the back panel. The wrong side of the work is going to face each other, and we are going to start right here, down here, and we are going to match our stitches, and with the pink color we are going to single crochet our panels together. Go ahead and match your stitches, make a slip knot and pull through. We are going to chain one and make one single crochet in this very first stitch, like so. I'm going to hide this in. Now go to the next stitch on the panel that is near to you, and into the next stitch on the other panel, and single crochet into the next and single crochet to close. So I'm going to work off camera, and I'm going to work about when I'm about here, and then I'm going to put the inside pillow into my crocheted piece and then finish off. So once you've closed your pillow all the way around, you are going to slip stitch to your very first stitch, and now from now on we are going to continue by making our pom-pom. Okay, so to make the pom-pom border, I've already made a few pom-poms. As you can see, I've started right here where I slip stitched. So we have single crochet, a one stitch in between, and then single crochet. So here is my single crochet. Now you are going to chain 5. It might look difficult because I am in front of the camera, so it's not so easy for me, 4 and 5. But once you get the hang of it, you are gonna be able to make this pom-pom border. So we are going to make a bubble stitch. So 1 into the third chain from the hook, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You have 6 loops on your hook. You are going to yarn over and pull through all of your 6 loops, and now you are going to chain 1 to close, and then chain 3 again, and we are going to make another bubble stitch on top of this bubble stitch right here. You are going to go under this bar and under this bar, and again you are going to pull 5 times, so 5 unfinished double crochets, 3, 4 and 5, 6 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all of your 6 loops, yarn over, pull through to secure your work. Now you are going to fold them like so and slip stitch at the base, so in your third chain, to close to a pom-pom. Now you are going to chain 2 and then skip 1 and single crochet into the next and repeat. So chain 5 again, one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a bubble stitch in your third chain. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 unfinished double crochets. Yarn over, pull through all of your 6 loops, yarn over, pull through to secure, chain 3, and make your bubble stitch again. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through and chain 1 to secure and slip stitch in your third chain again to close to a pom-pom. Chain 2, skip 1, single crochet into the next. Okay, so work like this all the way around, and voila, this is how it look like. Our heart-shaped pillow, it's now done. I had so much fun in creating this for you. I hope you are going to make one, so don't forget to tag me on my social media. Thank you all for joining me today and for watching. In the meanwhile, I wish you all happy crocheting. Until next time, bye bye.